So Willow, describe the scene for us in court today.
Well, we heard from two courts today regarding the case against Brayden Bushby. At 11 a.m. this morning, the provincial court heard the charge of aggravated assault against Brayden Bushby, upgraded to second-degree murder. Then later at 1:30 this afternoon, the Superior Court released Bushby from custody. Bushby had his parents and other family members there in the courtroom with him as he was in the box. Melissa was there as well. Melissa was joined by Barb's daughter Serena, one of Melissa's cousins, and some other support people in court.
And Barbara Kentner's sister Melissa met with the Crown Prosecutor and Ontario's coroner this morning. Can you tell us about that?
Right, so Barb's sister Melissa, obviously, and Barb's daughter Serena, they were met by the Crown, the regional coroner, and a Thunder Bay Police detective this morning at the courthouse, as well as a victim witness assistance program support workers. So they went into the Indigenous Peoples courtroom where they did some ceremony and smudge before going up to the 5th floor, where they met for over an hour. That's when Melissa was told by the Crown and the coroner that Brayden Bushby had been charged with second-degree murder. When she came out of that meeting, she wasn't able to comment anything to me because the charge hadn't been read in court at that point. But she did indicate to me that she was feeling good about the meeting. It's what she's been wanting since her sister died this past July, about 6 months after she was hit with the trailer hitch. So Melissa's been hopeful and optimistic that the charge would be upgraded, but she still has plenty of questions. Here's a little bit of what she said about that.
Why? What was going through his head? That's what I want to know. Like what would make him do something like that? You know what I mean? It's a human being. What if that was his mom or,
And Bushby was already out on bail, and that continued. So what happens now?
So that move was supported by the Superior Court, the defense, and the Crown because it was heard that Bushby had not breached any of the terms or conditions from his release from the aggravated assault charge. So the conditions of his release are essentially the same as they were. That includes that he resides and that he is with either his mom or his dad at all times, as well as no contact or communication with Melissa or any of the 3 passengers that were in the vehicle with him that night.
So let's talk about those 3 other passengers in the vehicle that night. Do you know what happened to those people?
Well, that's a question that Melissa was hoping to get some answers to today. She didn't get any answers, and that's still unclear. So there were 3 other people in the vehicle with Brayden Bushby that night. When I asked the Crown if charges were pending or why charges hadn't been laid against those 3, he said that that things would just be unfolding during the court proceedings. So it's still pretty unclear about where that sits at this point.
All right. Thank you so much for this, Willow.
Thanks.